think music was just something I've always been into. In 3rd grade, I started playing cello, and then that transitioned to me playing the upright bass all of high school. So it was kind of just finding a way to keep a connection to music without being super dedicated. My friend in like 10th grade high school came back from Thailand with a ukulele and was playing for us, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So then I really loved the ukulele. I got one. I had one for 2 years and it probably sat around doing nothing, and then finally I started teaching myself songs and was able to learn a song in like 12 minutes, and it's just like a super easy instrument to pick up, which I liked, but it's also super fun. A hobby is something that I don't have to put a lot of pressure on to be good at. And it's just something that I do for fun, to relax, that I enjoy, kind of just separate from what I have to do in life, and it's just something that I really want to do.
Concert photography is like the reason I'm alive, basically. It's just like a way that I can communicate with the people that like are the most like therapeutic for me. And music is a way like that I calm down and relax, or also like feel the most, but then also being able to combine that with photography where I can like meet these people and like talk to them but also like capture them is really great. Concert photography was like, I love this band, The Growlers, like they're from Santa Ana, and I was listening to them since like my senior year, and I said to their press manager that I was like shooting for this one thing that I wasn't shooting for, so I was like, can I get a press pass? And she was like, sure, like why not? And I was like, great. So I remember that night so vividly because it was so like transforming, because it was something I could actually do and never thought I could. And I went to the show, and like I remember being like so nervous because I had no idea what was happening most of the time, but like I got to be in like this really small exclusive part in the front and like shoot with all these people that had huge cameras, and I got to like be in it. But like I remember leaving and then having like all the other photographers be like, yeah, like who are you shooting for, like, and like I didn't feel like I was like some like kid. I felt like I was like someone actually doing something and contributing to something. My sophomore year, I was living in New York, and I got an internship at NBC, and I was doing a lot of like news, and it took up a lot of like not only like my time but like a lot of emotional space, because it was like from the beginning of the primaries to like the first 100 days, and that's like such a huge chunk of like distress almost. And for like the first semester I worked there, I barely picked up a camera, and I was like so depressed because I just wasn't feeling like myself. Like my control was like very limited. I don't remember what exactly was the first concert I took photos of like after that, but I think the moment that I did, I felt a breath of fresh air, which is like very cliche. But then after that, I knew it was something I had to prioritize because it was something that made me myself. I stopped, like, it seems weird, but because in my school, it was kind of, I don't know, like, not as cool to be into music as maybe into sports. And I like sports and music kind of equally, so I just stuck with sports, and honestly, I don't think it was a really conscious decision to stop doing music. I didn't stop. I still was in chorus and orchestra. I just didn't prioritize it as much because I was really busy going through life and having really like serious things happen to me, and then like being a full-time student and a full-time athlete and needing to have like a job on the side to pay for things. I realized that in order to maybe get an A's in all my classes, all my free time should be spent studying. But I also recognized that for me as a person, that's not going to be fulfilling, and like giving myself like an hour to play ukulele a week, or just like whenever I get the free time, it's just like nice, and it just like it's like empowering because it's like letting me take control of what I'm doing rather than just like I need to study, then I need to go meet with like an interview. Like it's just nice because it's something that I want to do for myself, and like I'm giving myself the like chance to do it. I think that's what hobbies are supposed to do. Like, I think hobbies are supposed to solely be something that you're doing for you, and it's not being like controlled by other people. And I think that's why we do them, because a lot of the things that we do in life are not dictated by ourselves, I think.
I feel like it can be really deep, but also I feel like the purpose of a hobby is that it like doesn't have to be deep. Like ukulele for me, I've never thought about it this deeply, and I like thinking about why it is important to me, but also it's just something that I enjoy. And so like hobbies in general don't always have to be some like deep, like I grew up, like it doesn't have to be some crazy reason that really defines you. It can just be something you enjoy, and that's important enough.